Hi, I'm back with another review, first impression, more of a first impression than a review on the Cosmetics Forever Nude palette. And if you'd like to get my take on this, please keep on watching. Okay, so this is how the Forever Nude palette comes packaged. The box is super cute. It is the color of the palette because this is the actual palette and this is the box, so they're pretty much the same in terms of print, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. So at the back of the box has feminine, elegant, and on the go. It says the Forever Nude combo palette has soft and natural shades for eyes, lips, and cheeks, featuring 6 matte and shimmer eyeshadows, 2 luscious lip colors, and a duo blush and highlighter for perfect finishing touch. And it's for external use, etc., etc. Made in China. The ingredients for the eyeshadow, blush, and highlighter, and lip colors are here. So this is the actual packaging of the palette, and at the back has this similar thing. I absolutely love the look of this palette. I was skeptical that it would get dirty and all of that, but it is a plastic where you can use a wipe to wipe everything off. It has not stained or anything like that as yet, and I had handprints and all that kind of stuff, and I just took a wipe and wiped it off, and it worked amazing. So in terms of packaging, I love it. I give it a 5 out of 5. So this is what the palette looks like. It has a ginormous mirror, and then, like they said, 6 shadows, a highlighter, 2 lip colors, and 2 blushes. Alright, now I will swatch all of these. I did use it to create this look. I used eyeshadows, almost all the colors to create this look. I used the highlights, the blushes, and the lip colors here. So I can give you my first impression, my take on it so far in using it. Now keep in mind, this is supposed to be a nude palette, so it's to fulfill your nude needs. It's not to be all bam bright out there. So I have this color in my inner tear duct, and I absolutely love it. Next would be this gold, kind of bronzy golden color. It is the color that I have on my lid. When I applied it, I had to pack on, and I have a little demonstration here. I'll show you guys when I was packing it on, and actually it had a lot of fallouts that settled, and I already have dark eyes, so with the extra fallouts, it really made hair even darker, and I had a lot of cleaning up to do afterwards. So so far with using this palette, I would say, at least for that color, if you're going to use it, that you definitely may want to put on your eyeshadow first and then your foundation. So, but that's the swatch of it, and I'll swatch all of these on my hand afterwards. This is the next. It's like a rose matte pale color, and you can barely see it because it's very similar to my finger, but it is a matte color. I eventually did use some of this as blush. So the color you see now on my cheeks mainly is this color, and then you have this shimmery champagne kind of color that I use as my highlighting color. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And let me just swatch these 4. And that is the transfer of the colors, and you can see that this color is super pigmented. So is this champagne kind of pink color, and this is it's matte, so you have to give it, pack it on, and then the highlight is very subtle, so I actually do like that. So the other 2 colors we will swatch. This is a darker to the bronzy color, gold. The other one is more golden, has more golden undertone, which I find this one has a little more brown and bronzy. And then there's another matte brown that is super pigmented. So, wow, you're seeing some of the fallouts from it's a bit powdery, but not crazy powdery. It's as pigmented as it is powdery, so you can see the 2 difference. I find though that the first one has a little more pinky tone to it, where this one is more maybe a truer bronze. Let's just pack it on a little more here. So I actually had, my preference is this color, but this one actually has a better payoff. I use it in my crease along with the brown to blend it out. And excuse my voice, I am coming down with the flu. So the highlighter is the next color, and that's it there. It is a matte highlighter. It's really not my preference, and that is the color transfer. We'll try it again. It's super matte, and I did use it today, and you don't really see much of a highlight, except that you find here it looks, and I kept it, but I have to definitely touch it up. You do see after trying to pack it on, and this is just twice, not like really packing it on. I'm using a fluffy brush as highlighter. It did give me like this cream color across, nothing like natural for me like that. So if I have to use a color in this palette as highlighting, it will definitely be this color. So when I go touching up, I will be using that color, and I will definitely give you a photo at the end of the complete change with that. Next we have would be two blushes, and I was really like happy to see it, because I was thinking here are some blushes that are lighter, and I was thinking I need to have a couple lighter blushes, just because a lot of my blushes are super pigmented, and that's them swatched there. They do feel more satin in nature. There's like no big shimmer, and that's the color Payoff. Yes, that's the color Payoff. When I started, I actually tried using what seemed to be the darker one, which is this, and after using this one, I realized it wasn't working, so I went to this, and I kept building on it, building till I felt I had like 3 layers of blush on me, powder blush, and it didn't work. And then I went to the eyeshadow, and so this is the color Payoff even with the eyeshadow. So they're not super pigmented. They do have a little waxy feel to them now that I am touching and I'm trying to build on them, and that's all. This, however, if you are much lighter and you're super fair, this will show up as a blush for you. And if you are much darker than I am, this will definitely work as a highlight. To me, I think they're almost like perfect highlights, and that's what I would use them for, like, you know, tinted highlights. There is like a waxy feeling, a layer on top of it. I don't know if you guys can see that. There is like here and here, and I hate that with a lot of shadows and stuff. So I would definitely have to take something and like tissue or something and rub it off. Then we have the lip colors. These are the two lip colors. The pinky one is much more pigmented as against the one that seems rather nude, but I am wearing a combination of those. I have on my Milani Simply Natural lip pencil, and then I put on the nude color over it, and then I put on the little pink in the center just to give it a little dimension. I'm tapping it in again. So the lip colors are not bad. For the blushes, I think that they could have done much better. Go with maybe peachy blushes, or a light pink and a darker color, so that, you know, if you're dark, you actually get a blush that you can use. If you're lighter skin tone, you can, and if you're in between, you can mix it, or you can just play around with it. So I felt they lacked pigmentation. The texture is a little coarse, and to be quite frank, I hate items that have that little waxy kind of stuff that you have to scrape off. Don't like it. Highlight is matte, and I have used matte highlighters, and they have not made me look choked out. So I don't like it. However, the color that I use here as an eyeshadow definitely is an awesome highlighting colors. There are 6 eyeshadows. Out of the 6, I like 4 hands down, and the 4 would actually be this matte brown, this color over here, the highlight, and the pink. This color, I wear contacts, and this color messed up my contacts like really bad, and I do wear clear contacts, so I was literally seeing the dots on it because of the fallout, and then I had a lot of fallout on my cheeks. And so my preference now would be actually this bronzy color, but not closing it out altogether. I'm going to still try and work with it. Maybe use a denser brush or a synthetic brush to apply it, and see if that is going to help. All in all, with this palette, I give it a 3.5 out of 5. I just think, even though it's a nude palette, it did not mean that it had to lack pigmentation. It just means that the colors are going to be simple and natural. I know I kind of have a little smoky eyes going on here, but I personally think as a nude palette it should have been a little more pigmented, just because you want that pop of color, or that, you know, that little nice subtle pop of elegance with it. And I think, yeah, that's the word they use even in the description to add it. If you like medium to dark skin tones, you would love these bronzy colors. I mean, it is absolute, I love it. But I do, that is my take in it. I was super excited to get this. I still have the Forever Glam to use and review, but this is my take. I give this a 3.5 out of 5. I must say I like the concept. The concept of this is a 5 out of 5, hence why I bought it. I thought, okay, yay, it's a whole face except foundation and, you know, those little things like brows and all of that. It is like a complete, you get your eyes, your cheeks, your highlighter, lips, everything in one. Great for travel, so I love the concept, but I just wish it had more pigmentation. I hope this review is helpful for those of you who consider purchasing this. And again, like I said, if you like the skin tones, lots of these are going to work better. I mean, give and take the fallout from that eyeshadow, but this would be maybe an awesome palette for you. So thanks so much for watching. Until my next review, bye.